Welcome to another horrid, terrible, despicable, ugly episode of the apocalypse. It's too late. You have chosen the apocalypse. You have made your choice. You're in World War III. You're in the apocalypse. That will lead to the temple. That will lead to Armageddon. That will lead to the end. That is what you have done. And before we start, I must say, I just found out, for I was looking for other albums by the beloved Sneaker Pimps, and that name is based on the Beastie Boys and a man they used to pay to find vintage Nikes for them. So the man was pimping sneakers, basically. That's where they got the name. They're British. And I love that. But there is only one album with Miss Ali the singer. And I must say that one album you all made together, that was magic, son. You don't just find that every day. That's like hitting the lottery when a group of people get together and they make bloody magic. Like Led Zeppelin, Sabbath, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. You know what I'm saying. It takes specific ingredients to do that. And when you start fucking with the ingredients, that is when problems arise. Very serious ones. So, they made an album called Becoming X or something like that. Forgive me if I got it wrong, for I'm new to you. And when you listen, a good 7 songs are fucking 8, 9 songs are magic, son. That does not happen every day. 3 pop hits. Straight to radio. 3. Plus another 5 of real art. That is a bloody achievement, in my opinion, for one album. Anyway, they decide when it's time to make album number 2. The geniuses that made the music, the men, of course. Maybe they were not liking that they were not in the spotlight and Miss Ali was in the spotlight. There's a reason she was in the spotlight. She was cute, had a lovely voice, and could sing. That's why. And the music you made was suited for her. I discovered that's why they chose her, because they realized when they started recording that this music really isn't right for a man to sing. We need a woman. Great decision. Brilliant decision. For we would not know your name otherwise. Or know of your sounds that you made, took so much painstaking effort to make. My God, you people were making magic. I'm very impressed. Plus you made your pop hits and your real shit. I dig that. I dig that. Your money-making songs, then your real shit. Well done. You demonstrated you have skill, you have talent, creativity. You are artists, not mere pop stars, as I thought you were. So they decide when they go to make the second album that, this girl really isn't going musically where we are going. So let's just get rid of her. I must say, I know this happened bloody years ago, and no one gives a fuck, but I find it fascinating. I thought about it, and I thought, what can I compare this to? That decision to get rid of the star, for bloody sake. A talented one, by the way. She wasn't just cute. She actually was talented. Also something very rare. Creative talent, being different, unique, doing it, making it hers. She did that. I'm impressed with her. Her talent alone. So I thought to myself, it would be like finding a nice big fat chunk of gold, the size of your fist, on the ground that has a nice weight to it. And you pick it up, and you pull your pants down, and you wipe your ass, covering the hunk of gold in shite. And hurling it back upon the ground, and going upon your merry way, and wondering why you have no money. And you're starving. Perhaps, had you kept that shitty piece of gold that you hurled upon the ground, you would not be starving. People would still be interested. And you could buy something. What the fuck were they thinking? My God. There must have been some jealousy, some type of other aspect to this decision. There's no way it could have simply been a musical difference. I'm sorry. But that's what's being reported. Even if I hated the woman, if she grated my nerves, I would have to step back and say no one knew who the fuck we were before her. Not that the men aren't talented. That music they made is bloody incredible. And it was made just for her. They didn't realize that, but it was. That union was meant to be, I can tell by what resulted. Kind of like Guns N' Roses, the union of Slash and Axl. That cannot be replaced. That cannot be substituted. It's impossible. So you take one away, you have nothing. Hence the breakup of Guns N' Roses and Axl's attempt to go on with some jerk off with a bucket on his head. For fuck's sake. It didn't work, did it? No. For the proper ingredients were not there. And again, it would be like, after Appetite for Destruction, the Guns N' Roses boys say, you know what? This fucking Axl guy, we're just not feeling the same vibe musically with him. Let's throw him the fuck out of the band. Or, even worse, for the real talent of the band was Slash. He was the sound, in my opinion. You decide after Appetite for Destruction, after you've reaped the rewards for your hard work, and people actually liked it. You say that the other boys, Axl and the boys say, you know this Slash guy, we're just not feeling this blues rock thing that he does. Let's do something else. And throw him the fuck out the band. That's what we're talking about here. And again, the chemistry between that girl and those men and the music they made and the way she sang on it, irreplaceable. What in the fuck were you blokes thinking? They made 2 more albums. I listened to a few songs on each. The magic is not there, son. For the proper ingredients are not there. What a bloody shame for what you and that woman did together on that one album. That was magic. You don't get 3 pop hits plus 5 artistic genius songs on an album these days. That doesn't happen, son. The reason it happened is because of all of you being together. Only that mix. Without it, it's over. And it was over. They made 2 more albums, like I said. I believe the label dropped them after they dropped her. For she was the appeal, come on. But what a shame for that group, that woman and those men. That was magic, what they did. I am so impressed with it. And what a bloody shame we could not have gotten 2 or 3 more albums of that caliber, with her included with them. What a bloody shame the world was robbed of that. Anyway, let's begin. This is Iran, and this is what I woke up to, and Donnie basically embarrassed the living shit out of us today. He managed to take the greatest, most powerful, well-equipped, well-financed military that's ever walked this earth and get them over a barrel. I didn't think it would happen so quickly. Holy shit. This is the Iran military account making fun of him. After failing to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, Trump is now desperately begging other countries to help the poor U.S. Army. Yeah, that's what I woke up to. Everyone talking about this. And my God, how embarrassing is this? Many countries, especially those who are affected by Iran's attempted closure of the Hormuz Strait, when Donnie starts off with many people are saying, many countries, lies will proceed after that. That's not a good sign. We'll be sending warships in conjunction with the U.S. of America to keep the strait open and safe. We have already destroyed 100% of Iran's military. Well, why do we need other people's warships then if for the 100th time Donnie says we destroyed their military, obliterated, it's all gone? But it's easy for them to send a drone or 2, drop a mine, or deliver a close-range missile somewhere along or in this waterway, no matter how badly defeated they are. Really? That means they're not defeated then. That's what that means. So they're not 100% destroyed then, so that's bullshit. All these other countries coming to help, that's bullshit. Not one has offered. And I don't blame them. Hopefully China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others. He names them specifically. Mr. Tough Guy, who doesn't need anybody, who treats all our allies like fucking shit. This is the problem. What I've been talking about since last January 25. Of a crazy man pissing off all our allies to the point we have none. Isolationism, isolating ourselves. No one wants to help now. And again, we're just over a year into this. This ain't, several years in. This is the flaw in Donnie's strategy of, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to take over the world, and I'm going to align with Vlad in South or North Korea, and the Saudis and the rest of our allies that we've had for generations, they can all go fuck themselves. Now he's naming all of our used to be allies before they got tariffed and insulted and threatened with annexation. He's naming them all. Hopefully they'll come in and help. My God. And others that are affected by this artificial constraint will send ships to the area so that the Hormuz Strait will no longer be a threat by a nation that has been totally decapitated. In the meantime, the U.S. will be bombing the hell out of the shoreline and continually shooting Iranian boats and ships out of the water. One way or the other, we will soon get the strait open, safe, and free. Do you understand? You just heard the United States President, Mr. Tough Guy with the greatest military ever, panicking, has no idea what to do, and is begging all the allies he's been telling to go fuck themselves with tariffs and all kinds of other great stuff. Begging them to come help. Can you even fathom how embarrassing this is? And while he's begging for help, he's saying the enemy is 100% defeated, destroyed, obliterated. And he says in his opening, we'll be sending warships, volunteering all these countries' ships, saying they're coming. And then he changes it to hopefully they'll come. Oh my God, kind of like, I don't know, 5-6 days ago he said Iran surrendered in the opening line of a post. So embarrassing. And you got the country we're at war with making fun of him. So who has the leverage in this situation again? I need a sip of water quickly. Okay, this is a person commenting on that post. After mocking them, threatening them, ridiculing them, taxing them, and insulting them, the POTUS now seems to need allies. He didn't even say please. Yeah. My God, this is embarrassing. And here's another Donnie post embarrassing us further. The United States of America has beaten and completely decimated Iran both militarily, economically, and in every other way, but the countries of the world that receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage, and we will help a lot. The U.S. will also coordinate with those countries so that everything goes quickly, smoothly, and well. This should have always been a team effort, and now it will be. It will bring the world together toward harmony, security, and everlasting peace. President DJT. He's begging them again. Again, mister, I don't need nobody. I'm going to tax the fuck out of you. I'm going to diss all my allies. I'm going to say I'm going to annex some of them. You know, Governor Carney, all that great stuff. Governor Trudeau, all that great stuff. This is why you don't do that kind of stuff. This is why allies are important. What if they were taking on someone with an even greater military, a greater ability to hit here or hit U.S. troops? And we really did need help, son. That's what I've been trying to tell you again for like 2 years. Since Donnie started this bullshit. Pissing off all our allies, moving closer to Vlad, which was always the plan. He's literally begging all of our old allies that used to give a shit. Come help us. We don't know what to do. This is fucking embarrassing. And again, in the same as the other post, saying the enemy's completely defeated. Well, if they're completely defeated, why is the strait closed, son? Why are you begging for 9 countries to come send warships? I guess they ain't defeated. I can't believe this. Iran actually has the leverage in this situation. Donnie has no clue. He is flat out in front of the entire world begging for help. Incredible. Now it's got to be a team effort, right? Is that what he said? That was probably in the other post. Donnie's not really about team efforts. Donnie's about fuck you. This, watching Pete and Donnie and others in the Reich the past, I don't know, 3-4 days, try and spin this into a win. And then the cherry on top is today, where he puts multiple posts up begging the entire world, please come help us. Me and Pete have no fucking idea what to do here. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Good thing, again, we're not facing some bigger force that could really hurt us, man. We'd be fucked. Because everyone's just going to sit back like, fuck them. His allies are North Korea and Vlad is Saudi Arabia. Let them help. And I wouldn't blame one country. Donnie's Mr. Badass, right? So's Pete Hegseth in full makeup, both of them. They're both badasses. Brilliant strategists, right? No, they're fucking bullies, con men, liars. I mean, nothing redeeming, man. One of them's a pedophile, for fuck's sake. And that's, again, what I've been trying to tell you since they first got in last January. Like, this isolation bullshit, this, you know, our allies are now going to be pseudo third world dictatorships. And you think we're going to be successful like that? No. We have those allies for a reason. They were reliable. Britain, Canada, France, Mexico to a degree, not no more. They were reliable. Business could flow. Money could flow. It made everybody money. Everybody won. Militarily, Canada on our side. Most of Europe on our side. Mexico often on our side. That matters as well. Because Kim Jong's stealing all the money. Vlad's stealing all the money. Mr. Xi's stealing all the money. So they ain't got real militaries like ours. Like some of the European nations have. Not that China's our ally, but Patriot Takes wrote this: Trump sends out invitations to World War III. That's a brilliant way to look at it. And they're talking about the comment I just read you. The U.S. has beaten and completely decimated Iran, both militarily, economically, and in every other way. But the strait's still closed and we don't know what the fuck to do. And could 9 countries come help us after we talk shit on everybody? That's what Donnie is doing. He's sending out invitations to World War III. RSVPs to World War III. And he's not, calling people on the phone, negotiating it privately. He's begging openly as President of the United States on social media. Do you know? The rubes won't understand this concept. The rest of you, though, you do understand how just utterly embarrassing this is. in front of the whole world, son. Most powerful nation on earth, militarily, financially, all that great shit. And Iran has us over a barrel with this strait. And has the mightiest nation on earth. They have no clue what to do. To the point, their orange-faced, geriatric, diapered president is begging the world, our former allies that he just shit-talked and taxed the fuck out of, for help. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Another commenter, I don't need NATO, I don't need permission, I don't need help, I don't need a plan, I don't need anyone's advice. That's another thing. He don't need NATO. He's always talking shit on that. I don't like that. I don't need the United Nations. I don't like that. What about his Board of Peace partners? Can they help? I guess not, huh? I don't need anyone's advice. Where is everyone? This should be a team effort. Get to work. I'll give the orders. Unity. Right. That's Donnie Shitbags. That's a great description of it. You all out there need to imagine if there was a real threat against us. And their only recourse would be to beg the whole world for help. MAGA has fucked the world, and they're talking about, Donnie recently talked shit. I'd forgotten about this. So many abominations by Donnie per day. I forget some. I'm sure you forget some. Donnie put this post out, how many days ago? I don't know how many days ago it was, but it was recently. I remember it. And it looks like this. And here it goes. Want to hear it? Here it goes. The UK, our once great ally, maybe the greatest of them all, is finally giving serious thought to sending 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. That's okay, Prime Minister Starmer. We don't need them any longer, but we will remember we don't need people that join wars after we've already won. I explained to you at the time when Donnie posted this. This means, and it's obvious, he asked Starmer if he'd send a couple carriers, and Starmer said no. That's what this means. That's why Donnie says we will remember, even though he lies about Starmer volunteering them. It's the, I quit or did I fire you scenario. The employee says I quit. The boss says, no, you can't quit, you're fired. Because he doesn't want you having the upper hand in the situation. He can't live with that. That's what this is. Starmer's the employee that said I quit. Donnie said the employer saying, no, you can't quit, I fired you. We don't need him. Even though you said no. We're fucking doomed and I hate you. So this was Donnie days ago, remember? We don't need the stinking UK. Who the fuck needs them? They didn't say no, I'm turning it down. And now let's move to today. Many countries, especially those who are affected by Iran's attempted closure of the Hormuz Strait, will be sending warships. Let's go down to the hopefully part. Hopefully China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others. Anybody, fucking anybody, come save us. That's what Donnie's doing. It's so embarrassing. And it went from, we don't need your stinking UK ships. You didn't quit, I fired you. It went from that. So can you come please send some ships? And not just the UK, 9 other countries. Can anyone that wants to bite on this piece of bait, please? Holy fuck. Oh my god. This is the Iran military account again. Karg Island is not Epstein Island. Here, whatever crime you commit, you will be punished. And they're saying that because of Donnie's post last night. Moments ago, at my direction, we hit the Karg Island, and you know what happened after that. Oh my god. Iran is good at this trolling thing. Way better than the Reich is. This is the lawyer, and if you don't know who that is, ask somebody. ICE agents reveal daily arrest quotas and surveillance app in rare court testimony. So they admitted in court they have quotas, like the cops have quotas for speeding tickets and seatbelt tickets and all that shit. I've read several stories, and I'm sure they represent hundreds. When they grab you and take you away for a month, a week, 2 months, whatever. I don't expect the Rubes to understand this till it happens to them. But the rest of you. You miss work. You miss your relationship. You miss being with your kids. Whatever you got going on, that goes away for a month, a week, 6 days. Whatever they detain you for, you lose everything. How many of your bosses out there are cool with absences? How about absences where you don't call? Because you're in a goddamn Texas detainment facility. So one guy can get a bounty, and the facility can charge rent. And you're being human trafficked, basically, for money from the government. That's all. I've read several stories where people have lost their apartments, their fucking whole life. This isn't a minor inconvenience. Again, the dumbasses that cheer it on. This very evil shit. And they got quotas, which mean they grabbing bodies. And they don't care if you're a citizen or not. They need that body in the cell for a period of time. 6 hours, 3 days, 2 days, whatever. In the meantime, while you're dealing with all that, and you're behind bars, your job is going away, your relationship is going away, your house is going away, your apartment is going away, your income is going away. So this quota bullshit, that just makes it real wonderful for all of us out here. And I've heard countless stories. I was detained for 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 3 months, 6 months. You understand that means no income for you during all that time, right? How dangerous that is to your life. Mass goons grabbing you for a fucking bounty or because you're at a protest and they want to violate your fucking rights. Not to mention the possible ass whooping or them, putting your face into the pavement. Ain't no minor inconvenience. And to hear these cunts in court say they got quotas, which you already knew, but now they had to admit it flat out. Fucking disgusts me to a level I can't describe. In a federal case in Oregon, ICE officers admitted under oath they have daily arrest quotas and use Palantir's app Elite for mass targeting. January reporting by 404 Media, linked here, describes the app in detail. So Palantir involved, isn't that great? Greasy Pete Thale, Cocaine Carp. Oh, God. And this is someone that knows, before I read this isn't someone that would say this lightly. This isn't someone seeking attention. This is someone they want to keep quiet. And they know some shit and they have some skills. Not sure if anyone knows this, but the Haitian government hired Eric Prince's outfit, Vectis Global, to send armed drones across the country and murder alleged gang members in the streets. Hundreds have been killed this way across Haiti since last year. No courts necessary. You know what I call that, son? The testing ground for America. That's what I call that. Yes, it's going on. And this person that is telling us this information, they would know. I told you they'd use drones and AI to police us, right? There you go, right there. That's what they want to do. That's why Cocaine Carp says, I wish I could deploy a drone to spray things on a certain person or people. Because in their mind, that's where it's all going, and they know that, and that's what they want to do to people, deploy drones to kill them. That's where our dystopia is going, and again, I told you that all the way back when he first got in for the second time. AI and drones to police us. We just went through that whole thing with Anthropic where they said, yeah, we don't want to be part of mass surveillance or our drones autonomously killing people. Our software used for that. We're not down with that. And Hegseth and the Reich are trying to ruin them for that. And then Altman jumped in and said, I'm cool with it. I'll take the check. So, son, it ain't just me saying it. They proved it by the little feud that just went on. All right in front of us, all the details, right in front of our face. The Reich wants the capability for AI to be able to deploy drones to kill people. Of course, they want to use that on us. They won't admit that now, but of course. So they tested in places like Gaza or Israel, Palestine. They tested in places like Haiti. Of the child victims, more than half were 3 to 12-year-olds killed last September in an attack on a sports center where a local gang was distributing gifts, HRW said. So this is the new thing. And again, I told you very early on, last year, 2025, right after Donnie won, AI and drones will be policing us. The entire world is moving in that direction. Already using Palantir and drones and surveillance already in Israel for Gaza and all that. Already using it in Haiti. Already killing people. Not just a crazy guy in sunglasses saying it. Already happening. Again, we just had the huge debate in front of all of our faces with the two companies and the Reich. Trump to the UK, March 6th. We don't need them any longer. We don't need people to join wars after we already won. Yep. So March 6th is when Donnie said it. Trump 6 days later publicly begs the UK to send warships. Yep. 1, we're doomed. 2, that's embarrassing as fuck. For New Rome, the strongest nation on earth with the most powerful military, to be begging the world, please come help us. We don't know what to do. I'm just a con man, real estate fraud. And he's just a Fox News co-host. We don't know what the fuck to do here. We thought when we killed their top 50, they would just give up. I know Bibi thought that. I know Donnie thought that. I know Pete thought that. They were fucking wrong. This is Brendan Carr, the FCC guy that Donnie threw in there. And someone's commenting, the state doesn't like the war coverage, threatens the license of the broadcasters. We've seen Donnie flip out about the coverage. We've seen Pete flip out about the coverage. So they sent Carr out. Broadcasters that are running hoaxes and news distortions, also known as the fake news, have a chance now to correct course before their license renewals come up. You don't say positive things about the war in the Reich, we take your license away. That's what he's saying. The owner of the largest navy in history of the world would like sailors from other countries to die in a war he started without consulting anyone. Yep. Him and Bibi just went on in. They didn't ask no one's permission. Ask anyone, hey, you want to take part? Trump urges UK and other nations to send ships to help secure key Strait of Hormuz. BBC. Iranian Foreign Minister Arakchi. The Strait of Hormuz is open and is only closed to tankers and ships that belong to our enemies. He did a whole interview right on TV, basically saying, we'll let some ships through, but not the Reich, and not anyone that supports them. And still, Donnie don't know what to do. In fact, Donnie and Peter so fucked up on this. Donnie begging the whole world to help him in multiple posts today. And then you got, the Iran foreign minister fucking talking shit like, we let through who we want and fuck you to everyone else. Embarrassing, son. Fucking embarrassing. Iran announces attack on American banks in the Middle East. A Citibank branch in Dubai was attacked by drones. The IRGC stated that this war was in retaliation for U.S. and Israeli strikes on their banking district in Tehran. And that's what it looks like. I've shown you pictures of it. It's a different angle. Dubai is looking a lot less populated these days. It's not the oligarch paradise it used to be. Iran's foreign minister, Arakchi. The attack on Karg Island was carried out from the soil of our neighboring country, United Arab Emirates, and the Americans launched HIMARS missiles from there. We will definitely respond to these attacks and will be careful to ensure that densely populated areas are not targeted. So Iran's saying straight up, we know the UAE is helping Donnie, and we know they let Donnie use their soil to attack us. And again, this is just a confirmation. I won't read that. We don't need that. Cuba's president on the U.S. oil siege. Tens of thousands are waiting for surgeries that cannot be performed because there is no electricity, among them a significant number of children. Again, imagine if another country was blockading our oil and we didn't have electricity, and all the people that live here that need surgery can't get it because there's no electricity. Not to mention the food shortages, everything else. The fuel shortages, not be able to drive to work because there is no fuel. Not a long line, no fuel. That's what Donnie and the Reich are doing to these people. And this is what he looks like. I guess that's their leader. I didn't know that. I wouldn't want my name on that, man. Significant development. Iran publicly affirms that its neighbors are allowing the U.S. HIMARS launchers on its soil to target Iran. Karg Island and Abu Musa Island were targeted yesterday by HIMARS rockets, 300-kilometer range, likely from Kuwait and the UAE. Iran's foreign minister, U.S. attack Karg and Abu Islands from UAE, firing from populated areas. What we are doing is only the principle of an eye for an eye. Something else Iran said today. They said exactly what I told you yesterday. That if Donnie hits their oil infrastructure on that island, Karg Island, they're going to burn any oil field they can get to in the Middle East. They said exactly what I told you yesterday. So that's why Donnie didn't hit the island, just like I said. They'll light everyone's oil on fire. They won't give a fuck. And my God, what that would do to the market. It would probably make oil scarce. We don't want to see that, do we? Unless you want $20 a gallon. I don't know. So that's the only reason Donnie did not hit their oil rigs, oil stuff on that island. Because he knows if they do, forget about Iran gonna, just like I said yesterday, Iran gonna go buck fucking wild and light everyone's oil on fire. Iran issues warning the UAE. We consider it our legitimate right to target the origin of American missiles in UAE ports, docks, and military hideouts. Tehran to UAE civilians evacuate areas near U.S. military positions. UAE tried to bypass Iran's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz using the Fujairah port, but it got hit and shut down. If you look at this map, UAE has a land route to bypass the strait. So they tried to use the land route and take that port where the arrow's pointing to on the other side. And Iran said, oh, no, you don't. And they hit that port. I'm going to blow it up a little. Notice the red line and arrow. That's United Arab Emirates. And that's their coast. So they tried to get the oil over to that port and get it out. And Iran said, This shit is so fucked up. In their own country. They can't even leave their own coastline. It's so fucked. Oh my God, what is Donnie gonna do? Is he gonna nuke these motherfuckers? I fucking hope not. Large plumes of smoke are seen coming from a major oil facility in Fujairah, UAE. And that's what the smoke looks like. And it gets worse, son, don't worry. The end of the war is in our hands, says Major General Mohsen Rezai. He lays out the conditions to end the conflict. This motherfucker's laying out conditions to end the war. Our president, strongest military on earth, biggest empire ever on earth, richest, is begging the world for help. Amazing. Recover all of our losses from America, full compensation from the U.S. So a shit ton of money he wants from the U.S. 100% guarantee for the future America's withdrawal from the Persian Gulf. So all of our forces out the Mideast and a shit ton of money given to Iran. That's their conditions. As Donnie's begging the world to come help. This is incredible, man. And I don't think Donnie's going to accept these conditions because Donnie's busy writing long-ass posts or getting AI to do it, begging the entire world to come help him because he don't know what to fucking do. Oh my God. And this is what the general looks like. Talking that big shit. This is so fucked up. Looks like a character from a movie like the like the Middle Eastern Ben Kenobi or something. And he's talking shit. Like, okay, well, and America's got to pay us, and we're talking a lot of money. And they got to leave. The entire U.S. military has to leave the Middle East. Talking shit, son. Donnie begging the world for help. Another person commenting on Donnie's comments. After mocking them, threatening them, ridiculing them, taxing them, insulting them, the POTUS now seems to need allies. He didn't even say please, right? Did I already read this one? I think I did. I think I have it in there twice. He said the war was won. Why does it need help, right? Every day we hear it. Iran has nothing left. We bombed everything. Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's all gone. It's obliterated. Can the UK send warships? We need help. In response to Israel, U.S. bombing a Sepha bank in Tehran, Iran has struck 3 American Citibank branches in Dubai and Bahrain early this morning. Although the report says the drones were of unknown origin. So that's what Iran was doing today. Fucking up Dubai and Bahrain. And I thought they were obliterated and all destroyed and shit like Donnie said. I guess not. This is Ted Lieu talking to Brendan Carr, the guy threatening to take TV licenses away from anyone who reports the real truth about the war. Dear Mr. Carr, if you implement your flagrantly anti-First Amendment actions, you will be sued and you will lose. And legal discovery will be awesome, because the American people can then find out what the administration keeps hiding. Take your fascist shit and shove it. Oh, shit. Ted Lieu getting, using some curse words. And that's Mr. Lieu to you. Okay, the Kobayashi letter put this report out, and they were dead wrong, probably for clicks and views. France is sending 10 warships to the Strait of Hormuz after Trump called on countries to join the Navy in attempting to reopen the passage. Now, as I was reading that, I was like, come on, France, I hope this isn't true. And I kind of had a feeling it wasn't. Well, the French responded. They have an account called French Response. So when Donnie talks shit or tells a lie about them, they can just quickly address it. Or anyone in the right-wing grift machine, they can just quickly address it. So Mr. Kobayashi here, Kobayashi, whatever the fuck these people are, they obviously wanted some clicks and views, so they typed this up. France said no with a big red X. French aircraft carrier and its group staying in the Eastern Mediterranean. Posture has not changed. Defensive it is. And someone wrote back to them, I like how you said it like Yoda. And I noticed that too. I was like, this is a very strange wording here. And I don't know how the French language is constructed. Maybe that makes sense in French better, that construction. In American, when you structure it like that, it literally sounds like the way Yoda talks, which is cool. Americans love Yoda. So the French are straight up saying, fuck you. We did not offer any ships, you filthy, bloody Americans. They're saying that's a flat out lie. It's not true. No ships. U.S. tells citizens to leave Iraq after second attack on embassy. I see embassy alerts in the Middle East every day. They pop up on my phone. They're in all red. It's a certain agency that does it. And I saw this one today and people posted it. And I get these every day for the different embassies in the Middle East, the different alerts that go out to them, evacuate. So now they're on the one in Iraq, in Baghdad. It's been hit twice by the enemy that's been completely obliterated, according to Donnie, for the 90th time. Exactly the kind of thing you do when you've decimated the enemy's military capabilities and declared victory. Right, right. Iran, this is the Iran military account again. Iran has received calls from 30 countries to reach bilateral agreements for passage through the strait. The strait will remain closed as long as the war continues, after which a new regime must be imposed on the strait. No agreement has been reached with any country so far. So Iran's telling a story here. I don't know if it's true. They're saying at least 30 countries have reached out. Can we make a deal here? If half that number is true, Donnie's in trouble. Or they could just be making that up completely. I don't know. Well, the fact they say no agreement's been reached is kind of an indicator it might be a lie, but that's what Iran is saying, just letting you know. An hour ago, again, Iran military. An hour ago, Iran seriously hit the Al-Kharj base, which is a source of equipment for American F-35 and F-16 fighter jets, and is the location for storing fuel tankers and the main base for American AWACS. Again, that's what Iran's saying. I don't know if it's true. I'm just giving you their story as well, because we know how big of a liar Donnie is. Donnie bombed an all-girls school on day one and been lying about it ever since. So I'm giving you their side of it. This part of the world has been known to say things that are just patently untrue for propaganda purposes. But when we see shit on fire, when we see buildings blown up, when we see ships burning on the strait, when we see the strait is closed and no shipping activity, you can go online and watch the shipping activity at the strait to see if ships are moving or not. When we see all that going on, we understand Iran is doing damage. They're fighting back. And they got Donnie over a barrel. That's how bad it is now. Donnie's literally, again, I just read it all to you, begging the world to come help him. That's how pathetically incompetent and stupid he is. Pete Hegseth as well. They have no clue. The President of the United States just begged all the people he talks shit on to please come help him. He has no plan, no idea what to do. Trump, who treated our allies like he was a mob boss to whom they owed protection money, is now crawling on his hands and knees and begging like a dog for their help, right? I told you, protection racket. That's what Donnie was doing from day one with everything. We have troops in Canada. We're protecting Canada. Pay us. We have troops in Europe. We're protecting Europe. Pay us. Protection racket. Just like the local mobster. They're right. Mr. Mobster needs help now. Even though he's got the most powerful tools on the planet. No clue what to do. And we all alone. With abject idiots and pedophiles in charge. Who have no business in the positions they're in. Not qualified whatsoever. Most important positions in the world, Secretary of Defense, President of the United States. And we're at the end. And this is from the Financial Times. It looks like this. And if this is true, concerning if true, is all I got to say. France and Italy open talks with Iran in hope of securing safe Hormuz passage. Europeans look for ways to restart energy shipments as Iran's new supreme leader vows to keep straight shut. That move by Iran the other day that I told you about, when they said any country that throws the U.S. out of their country and wants to make a deal with us, we're willing to listen. We might make a deal with you. I was wondering if any countries would bite. It looks like Spain was the first that kind of bit and might make a deal. Now we've got France and Italy. Because Europe needs that oil, man. They need that straight open. If Iran's able to keep this going long enough to where countries are coming to the table with Iran saying, okay, we'll make a deal so our ships can go through, that's going to be real bad for Donnie, us, Pete. And they don't have to keep going much longer. Because then our allies would really be really isolating us. It would almost make us irrelevant. With the most powerful military, the most money on the planet, the biggest amount of treasure, irrelevant. This is where you're at. Your president has no idea what to do. Neither does the Secretary of War. Your government at the top is rapists and pedophiles, mobsters, bullies, Fox News hosts, reality TV stars. They're not strategists. They got rid of all those. They got us in some shit, son. And they have no clue what to do. And your president of the United States was just seen all day begging the entire world, even though he has the most money and the most powerful military on earth that's ever existed. He was just seen begging the whole world to come help him because he's a little child who stepped in shit and he needs the rest of the world to clean it off his shoe. And Iran got the leverage right now, son. All of it. And if Donnie wants to play that game, okay, we'll destroy their oil. They destroy everyone else's oil. You don't want that. You don't want to see that world, son. So your president's begging the world for help like a small child who does not know what to do in the most powerful office on earth. Secretary of War has no idea what to do. Stammering like a fucking college drunk in front of the press. Their only move is send the FCC chair out to try and, scare everyone into talking the war up and talking the Reich up. Otherwise, we take their license away. That's their answer to this situation. And beg the United Kingdom and Japan and others for help. Oh my God, we're doomed. That's what I'm trying to tell you, son. Even with the greatest tools on the planet, Donnie and Peter, this incompetent. This incompetent. That should fucking scare you. It fucking scares me. We're fucking doomed. What have you rubes done? I hate you. And Donnie just spent the entire day begging the world who he just talked shit on and taxed the fuck out of for help against Iran. The empire ain't looking so empire-y right now. We looking like bitches right now. We all should be embarrassed as fuck. And this war should have never started. But we're at the point where Iran has the leverage. And our leader with the most powerful military, most money, much more troops, way bigger empire, is like a little child on his knees begging the world to come bail him out of this problem. We're doomed. Don't take the mark. Have a wonderful evening.